What's going on, basketball fans? Welcome into NBA Now from Chat Sports. I'm your host, Jimmy Crowther, and today I got something special for you. I got the top 20 free agents in the 2020 free agent class here on Chat Sports. And I want to start out with a question for all of you. Which player do you want your favorite team to sign in 2020? So kind of a two-parter. I need you to tell me who your favorite team is, and I want you to tell me which free agent you want to see them go after in this free agent class, which I think I got the top guy for you that I think everybody on their team, everybody is going to want their team to go after. It's Anthony Davis. He's our number one free agent in this class. Now, he does have a player option. That is important to remember, but nobody who's paying attention to the NBA expects him to opt into that player option. He will opt out, become a free agent, start to consider some other teams. Maybe he goes back to Los Angeles, definitely a possibility. But lately, a new rumor has emerged that he might consider the Chicago Bulls. He was born and raised in Chicago, and he was asked, hey, what would it mean to play in your hometown? And he said, when the time comes, I will definitely consider it. And when the time comes, aka 2020, it's coming up. So Anthony Davis, I think he stays with the Lakers, but just know there's some other teams out there. Our number two guy on this list, Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors. Look, he's the new face of Toronto. Kawhi's gone. Kyle Lowry's there, but he's kind of fading. It's time for Pascal Siakam to step up. He already stepped up last year. He won the 2019 Most Improved Player of the Year award. And I expect him to just get even better this next season with the Raptors. I think he could have an all-star type season, which will bode well for his free agency. Now, one guy that's already well established in the league, it's Draymond Green. He is our third best free agent available in this class. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent next season. And look, he still puts up efficient numbers. It's basically 7, 7, and 7, and he's an elite defender. He can guard power forwards. He can guard small forwards. He can guard guards as well. Draymond Green can do it all. He's going to be worth a max, I would think, next season, and his numbers will likely even go up now that he's probably the second option, maybe the third option behind D'Lo and Steph Curry. Now the question for the Warriors is, can they still win a title? Can the Warriors win another title with Steph, Clay, and Draymond as their core? If you think they can, if they think they will, type Y in the comment section for yes. If you don't think they will, type in the comment section for no. I'm going to say no. I think this dynasty is over. I don't think they're going to win another title. It's impossible to count them out, but it's not looking great. Let's move on to number 4, DeMar DeRozan of the San Antonio Spurs. Another guy who has a player option. I'd expect him to decline that and enter free agency for one last big payday. Look, the guy's not a three-point shooter. He's going to get to the rim. He's going to attack. He's an athletic finisher. He's fun to watch. But his role last year with the San Antonio Spurs was a bit questionable. His usage rate was way down. So now it's like, hey, do I want a bigger role and do I want to go get paid, or do I just want to stick around in San Antonio and finish out my career here? Going to be a big summer for DeMar DeRozan. Number 5, a bit younger guy here from the Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown. Now, he's going to be a restricted free agent in 2020. And look, 2017, 2018, his rookie year was incredible. He showed out. I loved what he did. He had an incredible playoff run. This past season, he kind of hit that sophomore slump just a little bit, but I expect him to pick things back up in year number 3 with the Boston Celtics, and he'll be in line for a big payday next summer. Now, are you guys really NBA fans? Like, are you actually true diehard NBA fans? Do you actually pay attention to basketball every waking second of the day? If you are, then you must be subscribed to Chat Sports. That would just be logical because we do all things, everything NBA here on Chat Sports. If you're not subscribed, I question your NBA fandom just a bit. So make sure you hit that big red button, subscribe to youtube.com/chatsportstv. Number 6, Brandon Ingram, the newest New Orleans Pelican. Another guy is going to be entering, restricted free agency. And look, up and down career because of injuries. But I still think he can turn into a solid scoring threat for a good team. He's got to add weight. That's always been the big question with Brandon Ingram, and now a bigger one is his injury history. I like him a lot. I mean, he's still got all the skills. He's got the length. He's got the scoring ability. I think he's going to be good for New Orleans, and it'll set him up nicely for a pay raise in next summer's free agency class. Andre Drummond of the Detroit Pistons, number 7, the big man in the middle, $28.75 million player option. Now, he's made 2 All-Star appearances. His last one was just last year, so I think he would opt out, but it's not a for sure thing. Drummond's still a nice center. I mean, he's a lob threat. He can play defense. He can bang down low. He's trying to be a stretch 5. We'll see how that actually turns out for him in Detroit. I like Andre Drummond. Going to be a big-time player in free agency next summer. Number 8. This is a guy to watch out for. Buddy HIELD of the Sacramento Kings. Look, he started in 82 games. I had to double check myself on that one. Started 82 games for the Kings last season. So he played every single one, started in all 5 of them. He set career highs in points per game, assists per game, and rebounds per game. And he became one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA. 20.7 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Buddy HIELD became a special player for Sacramento last season. And as a restricted guy, some team is going to go out and overpay for him in 2020. I think Buddy HIELD could have been in the running for Most Improved Player of the Year award. It was just hard to beat out those guys like Pascal Siakam and his teammate, De'Aaron Fox. Now, Buddy HIELD was a star at the University of Oklahoma. And that is probably my least favorite college. I'm an Oklahoma State Cowboy. I want you to shout out your favorite college in the comment section. I know producer Tad's a big TCU guy over there. So shout it out. Let me know favorite college team in the comment section below. Let's keep it rolling here with number 9, point guard for Toronto. It's Kyle Lowry. Look, this whole Toronto Raptors starting 5 could just fall apart. Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam both entering free agency next summer. Now look, Lowry is on the decline. He's 34 years old. That's probably why he switched agents and he went and got some new representation. Same guys who represent Gordon Hayward and Bradley Beal, who we know have set themselves up nicely for some big paydays in the NBA. I expect Kyle Lowry to still get paid. I mean, his game translates well with age because it's not like he's some explosive point guard. Kyle Lowry is our number 9 free agent in 2020. Let's round out this top 10. It's Caris LeVert of the Brooklyn Nets. You probably didn't get to see him play that much last season because he was injured, and it was a big-time injury. I mean, it held him back quite a bit, that ankle injury, excuse me. But this next season, Kevin Durant, he's not in Brooklyn quite yet. He's going to be sitting out a year. Kyrie Irving is there, so I'd expect Caris LeVert to be the second option this season, which is going to set him up nicely for the summer of 2020. Some teams are going to be chasing after him hard. Number 11. DeJounte Murray, the point guard for the San Antonio Spurs. He tore his ACL in preseason last year, missed the entire year. It was a huge hit for the Spurs. They expected him to step up big, be a star in the making. I still believe he can be that. That's why I have him at number 11. He's going to be the starting point guard this next season in San Antonio. Number 12, Domantas Sabonis of the Indiana Pacers, another restricted free agent. There's a lot of good restricted free agents in this draft, or in this free agency class, excuse me. But look, Indiana wants to keep him. I mean, he's a part of their young core right now. Of course, it's him and Miles Turner down low. And he significantly improved. He took big steps forward when he and Oladipo were both dealt to Indiana from Oklahoma City. I like Sabonis a lot. You can play him at the power forward. If you want to play him as a stretch 5, you can do that as well. But Indiana might have to make some decisions. Maybe Sabonis is tired of playing second fiddle to Miles Turner down low. So which one do the Indiana Pacers need to prioritize? They got a good thing going. Oladipo, Malcolm Brogdon, Miles Turner, Domantas Sabonis. That's a good young core, but if you have to choose between one of the big men, which one should they choose? Type T for Miles Turner, type S for Domantas Sabonis in the comment section. Let's move on to number 13. From a big man, we'll go to a guard here with Eric Gordon of the Houston Rockets. Look, he's getting paid a ton. The Rockets will be happy to get that contract off their books as good as he is, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to pay him. Look, he went from a 6-man position just a couple years ago with Houston to a starter last season, and really he thrived in that role. He's a good shooter. He's good on the wing, a great defensive player. I like Eric Gordon a lot. His age and his game is starting to slip just a little bit, though, as his career goes on. At 6'4", 215 pounds, he is a bit undersized, but he's still a good shooter. And if you can shoot in the NBA, you're going to last in this league. 16.2 points per game last season with the Houston Rockets. Another scorer, Danilo Gallinari. I mean, this dude averaged nearly 20 points per game for the Clippers. You would see him show up in the box score and be like, wait, Gallinari had another 20-point game? Yeah, he did that on a regular basis. Now, of course, he is a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder after that Paul George trade. And he's great. I mean, he's still good offensively. His defense is left to be desired, but 6'10", can play the power forward position. You can put him in at the small forward if you really want to, just to add an extra scoring punch. And this is probably, at 30 years old, this is probably going to be his last big payday. So he's going to be looking to bank in. At number 15, Gordon Hayward. Look, he's got a lot to prove. I mean, he just does. I mean, he signed a big contract with the Boston Celtics, went down with an injury in Game 1 a couple of years ago with Boston. We all remember that horrific injury. He's got to be better, though. I mean, look, he started to get back to his normal self at the end of the regular season, and then the playoffs came around, and he slipped off again. I'm expecting big things out of Gordon Hayward, and he might even move up this list by the time we head into next summer. Now, number 16, a key part of the Raptors championship this past season, MARC GASOL. So now you got Kyle Lowry, Pascal Siakam, and MARC GASOL, all three Raptors, 3 of their starting 5 entering free agency. He's going to be unrestricted this next season. He did opt into his player option with the Raptors. He liked what he had going there, which is why he's going to stay at least 1 more year. But he is 34 years old. However, his game, it translates well with age. It's not like he's a big explosive center. He's jumping off the ground a bunch. He has turned himself into a stretch 5 that can rebound the ball well. I like MARC GASOL. I think he can be a glue guy for any competing team. Any team that wants to be competitive in the playoffs, MARC GASOL can man the middle for you. Number 17, a guy that just found a new team this summer, Derek Favors. Might be looking for a new team next summer. He's unrestricted. Of course, he just got traded to the Pelicans from the Utah Jazz. He's still a good, reliable, low-post big man, which is kind of fading out in the NBA. He's got to try to develop that mid-range game a little bit better. And the dude puts up like 18 and 12 when you look at his per 36 numbers. That's not his per game. That's his per 36 numbers. But impressive nonetheless for Derek Favors. Now, number 18. This is a guy that you know. It's DeMarcus Cousins. His free agency the past couple of years has just been a whirlwind. I mean, we've been paying close attention to it every single summer, and we're going to be paying attention to it again next summer because he only signed a 1-year deal with the Lakers. And he might be back, he might not. We're going to see how he performs because since he's come back from that Achilles injury, he has never fully come back yet. Now, he only played 30 games with the Warriors this past season, plus a little bit in the NBA Finals. 16 points per game and 8 rebounds. When you look at that, it's not that bad. The efficiency wasn't there, but the injuries were. They kept coming for DeMarcus Cousins. So it's going to be a big season for him in LA. Can he prove himself? If you think he can, I want you to predict how many points per game Boogie Cousins is going to put up with the Lakers this next season. I think it's going to hover around that 16 point per game area. I think he starts the season coming off the bench, and eventually he'll move into that starting 5. Now, Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's entering free agency, restricted free agency, next season. Another guy for the Sacramento Kings. Look, this guy was a stud last year. He was a great three-point shooter, and he continues to improve as a playmaker. I expect him to step up even more this next season. He's a key piece for the Sacramento Kings, who were competing for a playoff spot in the Western Conference. I like Bogdanovic a lot. I think a lot of other teams will as well. And since he's restricted, that one means the Sacramento Kings can match any offer that comes his way. But it also means that there's going to be some team that is willing to pony up the dough and overpay to get Bogdanovic away from Sacramento. Now, the final guy to round out our top 20 of the 2020 NBA free agents. There's a lot of 20s in there. This one, an unrestricted one, MONTREZL Harrell. Look, he was in the running with Lou Williams for 6th Man of the Year this past season. He's a high-energy big. Now, he's a little bit undersized. He's 6'8", and he plays that power forward center role, but he's going to grab rebounds. He's going to put in offensive putbacks. I love MONTREZL Harrell. I think a lot of teams would love to bring him on for what he brings. And the fact that he's 20th on our list shows that, yeah, hey, at the top of this free agent class, it's not that great. But it's sneaky deep, I would say. So let's recap this top 20. Number 1, it's Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers, followed by Pascal Siakam. And hey, Pascal Siakam, he's got big things coming in this league. Number 3, Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors entering free agency, followed by DeMar DeRozan and Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. At number 6, Brandon Ingram, the newest New Orleans Pelican, followed by Andre Drummond, the sharpshooting Buddy Hield, and Kyle Lowry. And rounding out that top 10, it's Karis LeVert of the Brooklyn Nets, looking to have a big season alongside Kyrie. Number 11, DeJounte Murray, looking to have a big comeback season off that torn ACL, followed by Domantas Sabonis, Eric Gordon, Danilo Gallinari, and Gordon Hayward. Now, to round out this top 20, it was MARC GASOL, the big man for the Raptors, followed by Derek Favors, Boogie Cousins, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and MONTREZL Harrell. So to finish off this video, I got a question. I want you to make your most crazy, ridiculous 2020 free agency predictions in the comment section below. Do it, put it down there, and I'm going to take a look for you.